Messi kept going. It's Lionel Messi! He scored!
Messi.
With Messi, he'll go for goal here. Oh my goodness gracious me!
28 of those years, it is going to Argentina. They have won the Copa America.
The biggest shocker of this transfer window has to be Messi moving to Inter Miami. We all thought he would surely make the emotional return to Barcelona, but that didn't happen. He's off to the USA. Just hours after the news of his transfer broke, Messi jumped on an interview with Sport and Mundo Deportivo where he explained the decision he had made. First of all, the move was not about money. Not at all. If it was, he would have chosen Al Hilal, who were offering him €1 billion for just 2 years. Okay, so if it wasn't about cash, then why didn't he move to Barcelona, right? Well, he mentioned that he actually wanted to return to Barcelona this summer and was in constant communication with Xavi throughout the season, but then he found out that certain players would have to be sold and some others would have to take wage cuts in order to make space for him, and he didn't want that. Also, he said he didn't want a repeat of 2021. According to him, that year he told his kids that they would all be returning to Barcelona that summer, only for him to have to disappoint them when he found out he had to leave. He said in that interview that he was not ready to leave his future in someone else's hands again after 2021. But did he want to move to Barcelona? That's a definite yes. He even mentioned that he would like to have a farewell like Xavi, Iniesta, Jordi Alba and Busquets had. And that leads us to the next point. There's a possibility that Messi chose Inter Miami so that he can get the chance to say goodbye to the club he loves so much. So there are rumours that Messi could sign with the American club but then get loaned to Barcelona for a period of time. We saw something like this with Thierry Henry back in 2012. He was playing for the New York Red Bulls at the time, but then he was loaned out to Arsenal for a short period and he got to say his final goodbye to the club he loves so much. In Messi's case, although the rumours aren't substantiated, it could work. The regular season ends in October and Inter Miami are likely not making the playoffs this season, so Messi could be loaned out from the start of the European season until February when the new MLS season starts. Anyway, on to other facts. Did you know that Messi already owns a $9 million apartment in Miami? That's right, so settling into the city won't be hard for him at all. It's like he was already prepared for this move way ahead of time. And speaking of being prepared for the move, what if we told you that Messi had teased this move 5 years ago? Sounds unbelievable, but here's what happened. So in 2018, when Inter Miami was first approved by the MLS, Lionel Messi, just like many other players, reached out to David Beckham to congratulate him. But then the Argentina national team captain said to Beckham in a text, "Who knows, maybe in a few years you'll give me a call." Boom. 5 years later, Beckham gave him that call and Messi answered and made the switch. It makes for a decent Hollywood script, doesn't it? Now, here's another insane reason Messi could have made that move to MLS at this time. 2026 World Cup will be hosted by the US. And at this point, it's no secret that Messi's absolute priority is the Argentina national team. By the time the tournaments come around, he'll be so used to the cities, the stadiums, and the fans. Sounds like a damn good idea. Hell, he could even be the face of the 2026 World Cup, and that's just one of the tremendous marketing benefits Messi could get from moving to the MLS. Listen, let's just say this, Messi's earnings are about to skyrocket. And we don't even say that because of his wages. No one yet knows how much exactly Messi will be earning at Inter Miami, but one thing is sure, he won't be earning anything close to what Al Hilal was offering. It could maybe even be a drop from what he used to earn at PSG because of the MLS salary cap. But that doesn't really matter. You know why? Because the man has already gotten some mouth-watering offers from some of the biggest brands in the US. Apple offered him a share of profits from MLS season pass subscriptions, and Adidas too have offered him a percentage of profits from sales of Inter Miami shirts, because we all know those shirt sales are about to go through the roof because of Messi. Speaking of things going through the roof, ticket prices have already made their way through the roof up into outer space. The cheapest ticket available for Messi's anticipated debut in July has gone up 1,000%. Tickets for Inter Miami's visit to New York Red Bulls in August have gone up 1,236%, while tickets to Inter vs LAFC in September have gone up 420%. It's the GOAT effect. Speaking of the GOAT effect, it has also affected Inter Miami's social media following. Even before the club posted about Messi's transfer, the news of Messi's move was enough to help them overtake any MLS, NFL, MLB, or NHL team in terms of followers. The club has gone from less than 1 million followers to over 6.6 million and counting. For those who like to compare, Ronaldo's move helped Al Nassr gain 5.1 million followers in 48 hours. Meanwhile, Messi's move was able to get Inter Miami that number of followers in just around 26 hours. Insane. Still, on Messi's benefit, there's a very slim chance that he could be offered the chance to buy an MLS club, just like what was offered to David Beckham in 2007. Of course, this is not something the MLS will do for any player, but Lionel Messi is the exact type of player you would do something like that for. There's also a possibility that Messi could be offered part ownership of Inter Miami. We'll see what happens on that one as time goes by. And guess what? Messi has not even played a single minute in the MLS yet, but he already looks like he's attracting some huge stars to the American League. Already, we hear that Inter Miami are trying to bring in Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, Luis Suarez, Leandro Paredes, and Angel Di Maria this summer. Reports also say that they're looking to hire a former Argentina and Barcelona coach, Tata Martino, so that Messi can make magic with more familiar faces at his new club. And Inter Miami will need all the magic they can get, because at the time Messi agreed to move to the club, they were rock bottom of the Eastern Conference and with close to zero hopes of making it to the playoffs. So Messi sure has a lot of work to do.
Se vuelve loca, la va dominando Saviola al medio, Lucho González, Román en el área, Román, penal, Román, está empate, Barifa, está, le dé más pelota para Pablo, adentro del área, está, gol, medio pica Lionel, pelota para Leo dentro del área, listo, Mono, estás al arco, va dominando Lionel, tiro gol.